Good morning, students. We will continue our chapter Madam Rides the Bus, part 2nd. Firstly, we will recall the chapter. There was a girl named Valli Amai. She was called Valli for short. She was 8 years old. She was very curious about things. Standing in the front doorway of her house was her favorite pastime. She had no playmates. Watching the street gave her many new, unusual experiences. Day after day, she watched the bus that travelled between her village and the nearest town. She wished to ride on that bus. This wish became stronger and stronger. She would stare at the people who got on or off the bus. She listened carefully the conversation between her neighbors who regularly used the bus. She picked up small details about the bus journey. The town was 6 miles from her village. The fare was 35 paisa one way. To Valli, this amount seemed a fortune. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. So, we have read this in the first part. Now, we will continue the story in the second part. Well, one fine spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when a small voice was heard shouting, "Stop the bus, stop the bus," and a tiny hand was raised commandingly. When Valli sighted the bus, she cried, "Stop the bus, stop the bus." And it was one fine spring day, the afternoon bus, it was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when she tried to stop the bus. The bus slowed down to a crawl and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then, tell whoever it is to come quickly." "It's me," shouted Valli. "I am the one who has to get on." The conductor, he asked the driver to slow down the bus. The bus slowed down to a crawl and the conductor asked, "Hurry then, tell me whoever it is to come." "It's me," she replied. "I am the one who has to get on." By now the bus had come to a stop and the conductor said, "Oh really? You don't say so." "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Valli, still standing outside the bus. "And here is my money." She showed him some coins. Now the bus slowed down and still standing outside the bus, she told the conductor that she wanted to go to the town. "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Valli, still standing outside the bus. "And here is my money." She showed him some coins. She told the conductor that she wanted to go to the town. She showed the money she had. Okay, but first you must get on the bus," said the conductor, and he stretched out a hand to help her up. Now he said, "Okay," and he stretched out a hand to help the child. "Never mind," she said, "I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me." She said, "No, I can help myself. I can get on by myself. You don't have any need to help me." The conductor was a jolly sort, fond of joking. "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam," he said. "Here, have a seat right up there in front. Everybody move aside, please. Make way for madam." So the conductor, he was a jolly person, he was a jolly sort, he was fond of joking. He said, "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam." He called Valli madam. He said, "Here, you have a seat right up there in front." And he asked everybody to move aside and make way for madam. It was the slack time of day and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Valli and laughing with the conductor. Valli was overcome with shyness. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. So, it was the slack time. What is the meaning of slack time? A time when there is not much work. So, it was the slack time of the day and only 6 or 7 passengers were there in the bus. And they were all looking at Valli and they were laughing with the conductor. Valli was overcome with shyness. So, avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. "May we start now, madam?" the conductor asked, smiling. Then he blew his whistle twice and the bus moved forward with a roar. Now, he asked, "May we start now, madam?" And again, asking the question, he asked the driver to move on. And then he blew his whistle twice and the bus moved forward with a roar. So, we will continue our chapter by tomorrow. Thank you.